Yosef is 30 years old. So Binyamin should be around 28, 29. If Yosef is 30, his oldest brother Reuven should be around 37. Because in 7 years living in Lavan's house, all the brothers born. Except Binyamin in the land of Israel. So between the Reuven, the oldest, and the youngest, should be around 7, 8 years, no more. Talking about children.
But Yosef wasn't 30 years. He was 17 when he was sold to Egypt. Then he was
1 year he was in the battle of Potiphar, and 12 years,
12
13
years.
plus 17 and 30. And the Pasuk says clearly, he was standing before.
Yeah, but
Hold on, let me do the calculation now with you.
so he was 30.
Right,
he was
hold
30
on.
when he stood in front of Pharaoh.
Right. So we have the 7 years of.
Yosef was
Hold
38,
on.
39.
So he was 17. The difference was 7 years between, or 8 years. No. He was standing before Pharaoh when he was 30. It's clear he said from the Torah. Now we have 7 years of plenty, abundance, and plus 2 years of famine. So we have 30 plus 7 plus no. Reuven, how much is it? 39. 39 standing there. Yosef, I would say 38, 37 should be the age of Binyamin. And now he says, Yehuda, keep me here. Let everybody go. I'll be here instead of Binyamin. The Midrash says, you're looking at Binyamin. This is a weak child. What do you want to do with him? I'm strong. I can do 10 times more, everything better than him. What do you need him for? He's very young. Look at me. I can be a soldier. I can work in the field. I can do whatever you want, 10 times better than him. Yehuda give him all the reason to keep him. And then he says a very interesting sentence that's well known in Judaism. And it says in chapter 44, verse 34, he says, how can I go, if I'm translating literally, back to my father, and the boy is not with me? The child is not with me. Because he made a promise. The Farshim says on this pasuk, it's a hint for everybody. Who is everyone's Abba? Hashem. How can I go to Hashem, my neshama, after 120 years and my children are not with me? What does that mean? I keep Torah, I keep mitzvot, and I have a child, God forbid, is secular. Doesn't keep Torah and mitzvot. How can I show myself before Hashem and my children are not with me? They're not on the same path. It's a hint to how to educate, teach our children. What if the child doesn't want? Well, the Shamayim, they'll see your efforts. At least you make efforts. You tell them what is wrong, what is right, you rebuke him. At least you make effort. If you can't do anything about it, you can't do it. But at least today you see people, they're afraid from the children. Abba, I want to buy this. Okay, we're gonna. Can we go to the mall? I'm a little. No, I have to go. Okay. He's your Abba, you're his Abba. Today it's unbelievable. You gotta be strong. Nobody's gonna cry, so let him cry. It's better he cry today, we will not cry later. First rule in education, follow Torah and mitzvot all the way, Hashem is with you. What is it if it's too late? I hear many people who says, now I become close to Judaism, to Torah, to mitzvot. I used to raise my children as secular. What should I do? I said, no. Well, now when you are religious, you're following Torah and mitzvot, you keep Shabbat, you keep kosher, and the children are already grown up, they have their own families. I won't say it's too late. It's very late. But at least try to influence them in any possible way. Invite them for classes, send them material, discs, show them, give them link to watch movies of Torah. Try the best as you can. At least now, You know, when you go to Hashem, you make efforts. How great it is when one goes to Hashem and standing before Him, when he knows his children that he left behind will say Kaddish after him, will study Torah on his behalf. They are great scholars, teaching other people. They give him nahat, they give him beracha. Every time they say Kaddish for him, his neshama is elevated. You left children that you don't care about, they don't even say Kaddish for you. So this is how we're using this, sometimes this pasuk. It's hinted in the pasuk. How should I come stand before my father and my child is not with me? Work now when you still have the power. Because in Shemayim, in heaven, they appreciate efforts. They don't care about results. You go to any other business, sales. If you don't provide, don't bring result, after 2-3 months, they kick you out of the company. My friend, you don't sell, but I'm trying. I'm knocking on people's door. I'm going to the mall. I'm going to stores, to commercial, residential. I'm trying. It's very hard to sell this product. Well, maybe, but you're not selling. Bye. Give you a check. Finito la comedia. Here, in Shamayim, efforts. You teach your son. You sit with him. Every single second you teach him, you get reward. Even God forbid, he will not keep this Torah. Or forget, an hour later, you still have full reward. Because in Shamayim, they appreciate efforts. Doesn't matter if he didn't become, your child didn't become later, I don't know, as a rabbi. Or a teacher, who knows. The effort's important. That's what counts. Next pasuk we're going to go through is pasuk Memhei, something amazing. The pasuk, chapter Memhei, chapter 44, first verse, first aleph. It said that Yosef could not hold himself. He's about to cry. I saw a very interesting perushim. He kicked everybody out. Can you imagine that? The brothers that have been accused as spies, they already start to stretch prepare their daggers and the small sword they hid for a fight. They wanted to kill Yosef, the ruler, and whoever is there.
Wow.
Fight for their freedom. Now Yosef is kicking everybody out. Who is in the room? 10 against 1. The Mepharshim says, what did Yosef did? Big mistake. If one of them will give him one kick, we'll kill him. And nobody can save him. He asked all the bodyguards leave, all soldiers leave me alone here. Everybody left the room. He's standing there against those he accused as spies. They have nothing to lose. Rashi says, why he did that? In order to tell them, the brothers, hey, I'm Yosef. You sold me to Egypt. They're going to be embarrassed. And he doesn't want his brothers to be embarrassed in front of everybody. Such a dick. Who thinks something like that? Rabbeinu Bachya said, Yosef could not hold himself because everybody heard Yehuda pleading to Yosef, and they said, Yosef, the family members, his consultants, listen to this guy, you have some sense in what it is. They start to speak, please be mercy toward them, they look like nice guys. And Yosef is playing the tough guy. Now everybody be telling him, become soft, be soft. Shh. No, he said, shut it. He's playing the game. You want him to get the punish here. And everybody tell him to be soft. He's about to cry. Doesn't know what to do. His heart's been ripped to parts. The Midrash says, see the level of Yosef. He was willing to die sacrifice his own life just that the brothers will not be embarrassed. But hold on. Bottom line, he told them, I'm Yosef, that you sold to Egypt and all that. Or Haim HaKadosh brings such a beautiful terutz for that, and saying the following. He said to them, they don't know now this is Yosef, right? He became a little bit taller. He has beard. He's wearing Egyptian clothing. He's speaking with them, before that he speaks Egyptian, now he's speaking to them Lashon HaKodesh. By the way, he's speaking with them Ivrit, Hebrew, Lashon HaKodesh, holy language. They don't even notice yet that he's speaking to them this is the language. And then he says, everybody, that's the picture. Yosef, brothers, there's nobody there. He says, you guys mentioned that you had a brother that you sold and you don't know where it is. He's alive or dead, and you come here to get him back. Well, I have him. He's with me. They start to look at each other. What? What is this guy talking about? And then he started to say, Yosef, can you call Yosef, please? Tell this guy to come. Yosef. They look around. Yosef is here. First of all, I'm surprised that he's alive. And he's there. Why? Such Gahat Hashem from Shammai, everything from Shammai. And then, why he's doing this, by the way? He didn't want to tell them, I'm Yosef. They're going to get scared and faint. They want to soften them a little bit. Prepare them for what's going to come.
That makes sense.
He's cooking them, right?
Yeah.
After he cried, Yosef says to his brothers, everybody looks and says, please, can I have your attention, please? Ding, 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 ding. May I have your attention, please? Yes. Why are you looking around? I am Yosef, your brother. I am Yosef, your brother. You know what the Torah says? Velo yachlu echav la'anot, and the brothers could not reply. They freeze. The brothers! Ki nivhalu mipanav, they got scared from him. This situation was overwhelming. They didn't breathe. They lost it completely. The brothers, the Kedoshim, the Tzaddikim, Chachamim. Rabbi Yochanan said, look at this. Another story we can learn from. Someone shoves the truth to someone else's face, and he got shocked, and he can't reply. He said, what are we going to do? And then Shama will go Shamayim, and Hashem will shove the truth in our face. What are we going to say? What are we going to say in the judgment day? Why didn't keep kosher? Why did you go to shul? Why did you put tefillin? So many mitzvot I gave you to do, you didn't do. And when you did it, you cried, you complained. It was a burden on you. If a person can be afraid from another person, what are we going to do against Hashem? Okay. When we stand before Hashem in the judgment day. Then they took one step back. They don't do it themselves. And Yosef told them, please come over here. Approach here. Come close. When he told them come close, we know that they went back. And Or HaChaim HaKadosh says, why come close? You want to talk to them? Talk to them. Or HaChaim HaKadosh bring a great hidush. He says, another story to learn from. He says, now he wants to tell them, yes, I'm Yosef, your brother, and now what's the missing information? You want to tell them 45:5. Don't be upset. Don't get mad because you sold me, and I'm here. It's all from Hashem. So tell them, why come close?